Hello girls. So today I'm not going to take an online class for you. So next class I will take an online class on Google Meet. So for now I'm sending a pre-recorded video. Just check if this will also help you out. So I'm sending my explanation on a pre-recorded video. Okay. So last class we had seen the introduction to Indian financial system. Okay. I did tell you what is the meaning of financial system. So the meaning of financial system, just to have a recap, is nothing but management of the finance, that is money of the country by a certain intermediaries, okay, or institution in order to attain economic growth. So that was what is called as the financial system. Yeah. When I gave you the introduction, I told you that is what is the meaning of financial system. Apart from that, I did tell you that what kind of a role your financial system is playing in order to bring about economic development in the country. Now to continue the same topic, okay, we are going to see in today's class the meaning of financial system, the features of financial system and their objectives. Okay, so this is there in your textbook. I will also take a picture and send for you all, so you can just note it down if at all you want to make notes. Alright, so firstly we will see what is the meaning of your financial system. Now, the term financial system is a set of interrelated activities or services working together to achieve some predetermined purpose or goal. It includes different types of institutions like markets, institutions, instruments, services, and mechanisms which influence the generation of savings, investment, capital formation, and growth. Okay, so let me explain this definition for you, this meaning of financial system for you. So it is nothing but a set of interrelated activities, okay, or services. See, there is quite a lot of activities that which is concerned in a financial system. It can be savings, it can be investment, it can be capital formation. All right, so there are a lot of activities that which is related. Okay, it is all interrelated in your financial system, and all these intermediaries are working together to achieve one common predetermined goal or purpose. So what is that one common goal that they want to achieve? So I've been saying they want to achieve what? A good economic development in the country. Isn't it? So I told you an entire financial system, the very purpose of existence of your financial system is to attain the economic goals, to attain the economic development. I did make a mention also that if only a country does not have a well developed, a well knit financial system, then probably the development of an economy is simply a question mark. Do you understand? So what is that predetermined purpose or goal? The predetermined purpose or goal is to attain economic development. Okay, so your financial system also includes different kind of intermediaries like markets, institutions, instruments and services. Okay, so financial market is a place where buyers and sellers of finance, money and money related instruments meet and trade. Okay, example of a financial market you can take into consideration would be a stock market. Yeah, so you would have heard of stock market. So stock market is a place where you will find buyers and sellers of shares and stocks, trades, equity, preference, okay, debentures, meeting and buying and selling. Yeah, so that is what is called as a market. So one example that I gave you for market would be a stock exchange. So next one you have is institutions. So you can take the example of banks, okay, as institutions. So institution is also a place which deals or mediates in services relating to finance. Okay, so your bank can be taken as an example for institutions. The next one is your instruments. So instruments are assets which are traded. So examples of instruments that which you can take into consideration would be your shares, debentures, bonds, okay, your other kind of instruments like bills of exchange. So all this is what is called as instruments. Okay, so your instruments is another criteria here in your financial system. Other than that are financial services. So financial services includes your insurance services, pension funds, provident funds. Okay, so the various other kind of non-banking institutions all fall into this category of services. Okay, so put together all these components, that is financial markets, financial institutions, financial instruments and services, only make up your Indian financial systems, and various other mechanisms which influence the generation of savings, investment, capital formation and growth. So what are all these various intermediaries or various components of financial system up to? So they are up to influencing the generation of savings. Okay, I did tell you in the introduction that the main function of your financial system is to save money. Okay, so it's going to accumulate all the money from the savers. Like I gave you an example of a bank. A bank saves money, okay, from all its savers, and then invest that money. How they are investing that money? By way of lending loans, yeah, to all those who are in need. So basically it's a transformation from the savers to the investors, and then it enables capital formation. Yeah, so what are your financial markets up to? Your financial market, I gave an example of share market. So what are they doing in the share market? They're buying and selling shares. So shares are purchased for what? In order to enable capital formation by a company. So if a company wants to raise capital, they are going to issue shares, and that is going to enable the company to form its capital and attain economic growth. So did you understand? There is an in-depth meaning, okay, of this just 4 lines of the meaning of financial system. Okay, I hope I made this clear and understood and understandable to you all. So kindly, if at all you have any doubts, you all can just text me back and ask me on the group. So in simple words, the financial system refers to all those securities, intermediaries, markets and institutions that exist and make transfers from savers to the borrowers possible. Is that clear, girls? So this is about your Indian financial system meaning. Okay, so you also have a definition that which is made a mention here. So more or less it will take the same meaning. Okay, so a definition here given in financial services and systems. Okay, so this is in the book of Guru Swami. It is written as, or it is defined as, a set of complex and closely connected financial institutions, markets, instruments, services, practices and transactions. So like I already explained, it is nothing but a set of complex, okay, it's a quite a difficult task, it's a complex task along with closely interconnected. Okay, so at all these institutions, okay, all these various components like financial markets, institutions, financial instruments and financial services are closely interconnected. They're connected with each other. They're dependent on each other for their survival and existence and working, and other kinds of practices and transactions. So you have another definition, a set of institutional arrangements through which financial surpluses available in the economy are mobilized. Okay, so it is a set of institutional arrangements, okay, where you can see that the financial surplus. So what is financial surplus? See, when a person is going to when a household is going to save money, only when they have surplus. Okay, now take the example of your own houses. When are they going to save money in your house? Only after they are having provided for all the needs and wants. Okay, after all the expenses are being provided, only they are going to save the money. Without providing for your food, clothing, shelter, are they going to save the money? Definitely not. So it is a surplus money, that which is available, and that money is saved, okay, in the financial system, either by purchase of shares, either by opening a savings bank account, or by investing in an LIC policy. Okay, so the savings is done only out of the surplus. So all this surplus is mobilized, is accumulated as an economic resource. Okay, so that is what they are trying to say in this particular definition. Okay girls, so now I have discussed with you all the meaning of financial system and the definition of your financial system. Okay, so now let's just look into the features of your financial system. To start off with the first feature, what do you mean by features? Features are nothing but the characteristic of your financial system, the attributes of your financial system. Okay, what all it consists, what all it is made up of, what are its characteristic features. So that is what we are going to see under this topic, features of financial system. Okay, so first feature is, it is a set of interrelated activities or services. So already in the definition I told you, it is an interrelated activities of various kinds of intermediaries. What are those intermediaries or components? Again, I'm making a mention. One is your financial institutions, the other one is your financial markets, then the next one is your financial instruments, and the fourth one is your financial services. I did give an example also. Financial markets, you can take the example of stock markets. For financial institutions, you can take the example of banks. For financial instruments, you can take the example of shares, debentures, bonds. For financial services, you can take the example of LIC, pension fund, provident fund. So all these. Okay, so all these activities are interrelated or services. So it put together, all this only is forming your financial system. So a financial system is a set of interrelated activities or services. Then the next one is, services are working together to achieve predetermined goals. Okay, so all these services are working together to achieve a predetermined goal. See, we have seen all this in your meaning of financial system, isn't it? So what are they all working together for? They are working together to achieve one common goal. So what is that common goal? They are wanting to transfer the resource from one end of the economy to the other end of the economy, and then provide for the various financial claims of the economy and try to achieve something called as the economic development. Do you understand? So they are trying to transfer the resource from one end of the economy, from one section of the economy to the other section. So from which section? From the saving section to the borrowing section. They are trying to transfer the money. I gave you an example when I was talking to you all about the introduction, when I told you, even if you know your very own friend, you would not be bothered to have any kind of financial commitments with your friend. Why? Because you don't trust your friend, or you will not trust you will not rely on the friend, because he or she may give you back the money or may not return back the money. So on that one doubt, you will not be ready to lend any money. But rather, when you are going to save in a bank, or when you are going to purchase a share, or when you are going to buy a LIC policy, whatever it is, you are going to save your money. You are trusting somebody and giving your money. Well, that money is made use for by the borrowers. The borrowers are lent money. Okay, so the bank provides loans to all those who are in need of money. Do you understand, girls? So there they try to transform the resource from the savers to the borrowers in order to attain that one common goal of economic growth. Next one is, the system allows transfer of money between savers and borrowers. Yes, who are the savers? Savers are none other than the household like you and me. Okay, so even one rupee or 100 rupee makes a matter. So when all this money is accumulated together, okay, there's a saying, isn't it? Tiny drops of water makes a mighty ocean. So like that, tiny savings are accumulated and made available for huge investments for the borrowers. So who are the borrowers now? The borrowers are none other than the government, the your companies, your corporates, okay, your entrepreneurs for business purposes. All right, so they are borrowing funds and using it for various economic activities. Then comes, it is also applicable at global, regional and firm level. Okay, your financial system is applicable at global and regional. So global and regional, your financial system is doing what? Trying to attain economic growth, isn't it? If you don't have a well developed economic financial system, your economy will not develop, isn't it? So they are applicable at global and regional level. So regional, you can take into consideration your state. Global, you can take into consideration your entire nation. Okay, and firm levels are none other than your corporates, your companies, okay, your business organizations. So it is applicable at from the firm level to the regional, state level to the global level, that is at the central level. Okay, so it's applicable and they are bothered about one common goal. The next one is it includes financial institutions, markets, instruments, services, practices, and transactions. I already told you it is a set of interrelated activities. It includes various components. Even if this one component is not existing, probably your financial system is not complete. They are interrelated, they are closely connected, they are complex institutions, but without the existence of each other, the entire financial system is not able to exist. Okay, it includes, it is made up of, it is, the components are all making the financial system. Then the main objective is to formulate capital, okay, investment and profit generation. What is the main objective of your financial system? They are formulating capital. How are they forming capital, girls? See, if you take for example financial markets, in financial markets what happens? A company wants to raise capital, for which it is issuing shares to the general public. It's going to issue shares and raise the capital and then invest it into the business, okay, and generate its profits. Do you understand? So like that, even the government, for that matter, government requires also capital for various activities to work for the welfare of the society, the community, the country, and they are also going to generate profits. Do you understand? So this is what is the main objective. Okay, so these are all the various features of your financial system. So let's quickly see the objectives also of your financial system. The first objective is to mobilize the savings. Okay, so what is mobilization of savings? Nothing but accumulation of the savings, collecting of all the savings together. See, there are different kind of different section of people in the society. There are low income people, middle class people, high class people, okay, high income people. So each one's saving is different. A low income category people will save, like very less money in thousands. A middle class person will maybe save in lakhs, but a high income person might save in crores. Do you understand? So even if it is a small amount or a big amount, it is accumulated together. Okay, like I told you, small tiny drops of water makes a mighty ocean. So like that, it is all accumulated together and then they make a mighty ocean. That is nothing but a huge investment. Okay, and then they make it available for various borrowers. Okay, and they provide it for various economic activities. Okay, so the mobilization of savings is done. All right, the second one, the distribution of savings for industrial investment. So what are these institutions going to do? What are these intermediaries going to do with all the money that which is saved? They are not going to keep it back with them like that, idle. They are going to invest it. How are they going to invest? A bank is going to provide money to the borrowers so that they can borrow the money and they can utilize the money for various purposes and pay back the interest to the banks. Yeah, so industries are also borrowers. In financial markets, if you see, in share market, the companies are borrowing money from the general public in the form of selling shares and debentures. So what are they borrowing money and doing? They are investing that in the business in order to generate profits. Do you understand? So therefore your financial system is accumulating all the funds and making it available for the reinvestment purpose. Then the next objective is to stimulate capital formation. So they are also stimulating capital formation. So I already told you what are industries doing. Industries want huge funds in order to invest in the business. So in that case, what they do is they are going to issue shares, debentures, raise up the capital, and they are trying to invest it in the business. See, such kind of huge capitals cannot be even provided in the banks. When you want crores of money as a loan, probably that is not going to be easily provided in a bank. But then, if you go in for issue of shares, now each shareholder is going to contribute only a small amount, but that small contribution by huge number of shareholders is going to contribute a big capital formation for the company. Okay, so that they are going to invest and earn profits for the business. Then, finally, one important objective is to accelerate the process of economic growth. To accelerate the economic growth. So I told you already, they want to attain economic growth. Okay, but a financial system will enable in accelerating this economic growth. What is the meaning of accelerating? See, when you want to, when you are going to accelerate your bike, what is going to happen? The speed of your bike will increase. You would be going more faster, quicker, isn't it? So in a similar way, your financial system enables in the quick progress, okay, of your economy, quick growth of your economy. Do you understand that, girls? So this is what is the objectives of your financial system. Okay, so in this class, let me just summarize for you. In this class, I've spoken about the meaning of financial system for you. Okay, so wherein I told you it is nothing but a set of interrelated activities, services working together to achieve some predetermined purpose or goal. Okay, it includes various activities or various intermediaries like financial institutions, instruments, services, and other mechanisms which influence the generation of savings and investment and also capital formation and enables in the attainment of economic growth. Okay, then we also saw the definition of your financial system. I'm reading out one definition for you: a set of institutions, arrangements through which financial surpluses available in the economy are mobilized. Okay, we also saw various features of your financial system and also various objectives of your financial system. Okay, so I will take a picture of all these and send it to you all. If you want to make a note in your notes, you can please note it down and keep for your easy reference as to these are the topics that which is covered. Okay, if you have any doubts, girls, you can feel free to text me on WhatsApp and let me know. Okay, thank you.